It's hard to believe, but here we are. One episode left. The Witch, episode 4. Pre-nerf, by the way. This is still pre-nerf. It could be done. What did we learn as the inventor? Damage is king. What did we learn on our previous Witch episodes? Honestly, felt like I kind of learned that in the right situation, you can do, like, prepared might not necessarily be worse than upgraded. I feel like I was sold a, not necessarily a lie. I want to be clear. I don't necessarily think it was a lie. But, people told me, hey, NL, just so you know, upgrade is good, prepared is bad. And I'm like, you know what? Starting to think, that was not even, it was exactly as good as throwing a dice, but I'm starting to think that, like all things, you know, some nuance is oftentimes appropriate. Shouldn't say like all things. There are things for which nuance is not appropriate at all. It's the classic, only a Sith deals in absolutes, but that in and of itself is an absolute. No nudge, please. Dude, magic missile, I think is good. It's actually good enough that I think and I'm trying something new. I'm trying damage is king strategy. I'm thinking we might be able to make that our prepared. All we need is an even. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Probably didn't need to go this far, but then we have a 1 and a 2 and a 5. I think you go 2 and throw. We should have him next time anyway. We shouldn't have used our limit break, but it's okay. Because we're taking damage, we might be on, you know, near limit break status anyway. So check this out. I'm actually going to pass turn. I want you to poison me more, so I take more damage, and I have my limit break ready for the next fight. We're on real strategies now. We're doing things that ain't ever been done in this game. I definitely still feel like ice is the best option here, as long as it's actually ice and not, ignore. I don't even want to see it. Get it out of here. I know, but it wasn't, but you didn't have anything to go in that spot. You guys ever watch The Fugitive starring Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones? I didn't kill my wife. I don't care. That's Tommy Lee right there. Not Tommy Lee, Tommy Lee Jones. You get the idea. Hold on, we put a 5 in here. I'm that I don't care guy right now. What on earth? What have you done? It's beautiful. We don't want nudge. Once we make it our piece of equipment, we would never use it anyway. Why not just yeet it out of the stratosphere? So we got evens. We got evens. We got evens? We don't have evens. That's a bummer, dude, because we can't really do anything else with these dice. Please, just 3 odds. It's not even the right number. Sorry, we'll heal before the Sneezy fight. Life goes on. Oh, well, if you take a nudge, that wouldn't happen. That's true. Nudge can fix an odd into an even. I can't dispute that. I'm going to try just taking one of the pieces of equipment. Honestly, I do like that magic key can split, which means you could turn most dice into an odd and an even. Is that true? I think it might be true. I think we put a 5 down here. We definitely need a 1, and then see what you get. We got a 3. We're gonna drain 3 life from you. I really think that life drain is an extremely, a piece of equipment that I have extremely underrated. If I'm not dead, I almost just flipped the bird at the camera. It's real fun. Alright, okay, hit me up, episode 4. I still like that, but what I was gonna say is I think life drain is a genuinely, like, potentially huge balance changer. I think it can swing the balance of power in your favor. But just come out, Sneezy! Rude. It's okay. I still think we had a good thing going there. We just ran into... I mean, Sneezy rolled a 6. My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. Do, 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 do. Sneezy rolled a 6. You know how she goes. Right, Tomo? Right, Ruka? They're loving it. They're taking beautiful mid-afternoon nap right now. Can't blame them. It is a work day, but they don't know that. Okay, this is totally fine. Give me a magic missile. I'm in exactly the same boat. I actually think, like, magic missile's damage potential was super nice in that prepared slot. And I feel like we called every single shot on the inventor fight. I don't think we need to use our limit break. We could, especially if you roll bad. He's got to roll so high. We just save the limit. We called every single shot on the inventor fight. And I think that proves we know what we're doing in Dicey Dungeons. We have the skill. Yes. We have the skill to pilot the run as is necessary. Magic Shield, I don't think is great, but we'll at least learn it on a 6 for now, just because the 6 is an even and it's an odd. Magic Shield is an odd, just to be clear. This is a great time to have some freeze out there. So actually, a good time to pivot and probably... I mean, why not do 5 damage, freeze a dice? You might as well go Crystal Ball, just try to kill him faster. You know what? I actually think like a 6 and then a 1 here might do wonders for helping you preserve your HP. Yeah, because he's only doing 3 damage. So we'd love to get an odd to freeze the dice, an odd to make sure we take no damage, and then an even on Magic Spear is pretty nice. Dude, honestly, if you give me... Sneezy's not a good example here, because we're doing so well, basically because of what we've got going on. But, I think if we can get probably 3 prepared slots, we might be off to the races. And I am tending to value prepared over upgraded at this point, but I know that I'm in not necessarily in good company on that one. So we can force this guy to roll 1s. We don't really want to. It freezes. Because of his HP... Oh, no, we can't use Hall of Mirrors. My bad. My bad. I actually think we'll just go straight for the Jugular here. It's 10 damage. Rolled a 4, which is Shock. Oh, but he used it on even. That makes sense. You can definitely go with a 1 here. You try to turn your 3 into an even. Which did not work. But we will use Ice Shard instead. I know you're like, why? It's a great question, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, you got a very good point there. On the bright side, there is no bright side. This was not smart. But we hit full HP after this. There's your bright side. So please just give me my limit break so I can kill you. This turn. Evens, please. Just, there's no evens. I can't help but notice. But this is good damage. That's an even. And then we throw a dice. Okay. Alright, we're back, baby. We should level up. Give me a prepared slot. The prepared slot is going to become... I mean, Cauldron's good, don't get me wrong. But we have to roll evens or odds. So this gives us guaranteed coverage on turn 1. And both of them are pretty good. They shut enemies down pretty nicely. Like, I'm a big fan of this already, to be honest with you. So I think you just go even, odd, and get a Cauldron out there. So we can fix them in the future a little bit better. We will be weakened. There's nothing we can do about that against the super enemy, so just accept it. Okay, it's bad. Don't get me wrong. I think you definitely just put a 2 in here. You still like the freeze one. See what you get off of this. A 1. It's not that bad. Actually, you know what? Here's what you get. You get 2 frozen dice. You still get 2 weakened, but your damage becomes completely impotent. And we rolled odds, so you're in a world of hurt, brother. Might as well just do 1 damage. We could throw it as well. It doesn't really matter. Actually, having a magic shield out here, we could pretty much go infinite on this fight, although we'd like more dice. This is our first, like, one... Oh, sorry, it only takes... we need the unupgraded one. There we go. I think we can get away with having an infliction here for 3 damage. Only 1 freeze. That's actually a bummer. If it had frozen to 4, we would have been better off, but life goes on. I only want a limit break if I have to kill you. For once, we actually got a 6, and we can just throw. Okay, so I don't mind this, to be honest with you. I don't mind this that much. It's only floor 2, but I think it went okay. Admittedly, splitting a dice in 2 is kind of nice. It almost gives us, not quite a guaranteed even odd, but here's the thing, like, you put a 2 into it, you get 2 odds. You put a 4 into it, you get 2 evens. You put a 6 into it, you get 2 odds. Yeah, it doesn't really work like that. I think this is a skip. Save our gold, spend it on HP on a future floor. We're looking for, dice manipulation wouldn't be the worst thing. But honestly, like, the #1 thing is levels. So we can get another prepared slot, if possible. Okay, 3-1-4 is not a bad roll, but I think we'll start with some momentum here. So, we can take advantage of 2 magic missiles. So let's start with 2 magic missiles. Then, freeze is fine, but I think let's get a cauldron out there because it's useful. And then let's try to roll... Nah, I think we're better off getting 1 freeze. Makes it very hard for you to hit a 6. Even if it doesn't take a 6 away, it makes it harder for you to hit Poison Slingshot, so I'm not sweating it. 5-1-3, okay. I mean, 5 on Ice Shard is really good. I think we'll just toss a 1 in here. We got an even, which is nice. There goes your 5, which is beautiful. You can add some poison. It does hurt, but it's not that bad. I feel like this is going A-okay right now. We're 9 HP down. I'm telling you, Life Drain. If we could find Life Drain, I would slot that in a prepared slot in a heartbeat. So both of these enemies are horrible, just for the record. Magic Dagger. 2 damage reusable. I sort of don't see it. I think that's an ignore status. Even though we're not really using a lot of our other abilities either. I think for 2 gold to be there is really nice. So we'll fight Bully. I think they're both hard. 4-4-3. For Bully, we would much rather get more freezes. So, on this one we don't have much of an option. But we will create a second Ice Shard. 5, okay. So he's gonna do 7 and 4? No, that makes... Okay, that makes sense, that makes sense. We want to freeze him as much as possible, though. Those are big plays. Okay, so the 5s are huge. I know we have Hall of Mirrors. Hall of Mirrors, I'm just gonna hit you with some sauce that I'm not even sure you're ready for. I feel like Hall of Mirrors is good, but simultaneously overrated. I think, in fact, I would go a step further and call it, like, the most overrated piece of witch equipment. Mostly it's overrated because it's beloved, but... Doppel dice or duplicate? I'm a huge duplicate fan. So why don't you go ahead and toss that on infliction levels? And then I think you can afford to maybe swap out Magic Missile for a duplicate, but next level we'll be picking up another one. Counterspell, that's an ignore in my world. Unless we can make, like, the greatest wombo combo of all time work. Let's fight the Keymaster and see where we stand here. Minimum 4. So we will dupe a 4. And, I mean, I'm realizing the seeming issue right here, yes. We might as well get another piece of equipment out here. I think I'd rather have another ice shard than another duplicate for now. The thing is, like, whatever he rolls, now that I think about it, doesn't necessarily matter that much. God, I hate this guy. He's just trash. So we want to maximize damage. Okay, so we actually want to dupe a 5. It's our best damage dealer. So we can hit you for 10 easily. Now we gotta look for other damage dealers, of which Ice Shard is one. I think I'll put that on top of Duplicate, because we're probably gonna be looking for lethal next turn. Could Duplicate Ace, or did I did just put a Duplicate on here, right? Okay. Let's Duplicate a 6. And then we'll use our 6 for Magic Missile. And I want to look at Magic Shield really quickly. Yeah, you need an odd. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it might be just maximum 3, but you do need an odd. The good news is, actually, by forcing him to roll 1s, he's not hitting those thick veins. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's alright. This is not a great fight, but it's not horrible. We're going to take 8 damage. Which is pretty much the minimum damage, I think, that we could take on a turn at this point. And at least we have a limit break set up. I feel like this is still going fine, but I don't know. I'm not fully sold on Duplicate, honestly. Set all dice to equal to blank. Nah, I just don't like these. I'm looking for Drain Life. I'll take other options, just for the record. Might as well open up the HP vein first. Cactus is annoying. Freezing him will definitely lead to more thorns. But perhaps less damage. Duping a 4 is not bad. It's our only dupable option for 1. And then I think if you can turn a 2 into a 4, you're still happy on that one. So what does that do? It gives us, well, it gives us the ability to create another dice shard, which creates more 1s. But it also gives us the ability to pop off on some magic missiles. I was a little weak, but he will have 3 1s, which is just going to be 2 thorns and a hit, I assume. Still annoying. Still pretty annoying. Wow. Do I really want to take 4 damage to hit him for 3 and freeze a dice? Do I want to take 4 damage for 5 damage? You still take 4 damage off of the throw, huh? And that's rough. Evens, please? Dude, I don't know if I can kill this guy. I might have to wait for limit break status. I think, bar none, we have to wait till we roll a 6. Okay. Why? Now that we have a 6, we at least can make Magic Shield. With Magic Shield, we can now protect ourselves slightly. I'm not happy with this either, just to be clear. In case you're curious about where I stand, I find this very annoying. That's where I stand right now. I'm dead. Cool. I think it's pretty cool. Well, if only I'd taken Doppeldice instead, we probably would have had him. Okay. Here we go. Witch episode 4. Take 95. Hum number to you as well, madam. We're gonna do this. I've got the perseverance. We just need to find the wombo. If you get the wombo, everything's okay. If you don't get the wombo, like, extremely cancel Christmas. Probably should have made a second cauldron. Having cauldrons, it's always free value. I don't think it's amazing. I'll do it, I don't care. But it is always free value. All I mean by that is you lose nothing right now by putting it in there, if that makes sense. You get 1 damage, you get your dice back in return. Magic missile. Alright, I'll learn it. I don't think this is wrong. I know that Cauldron works for you, but having the ability to kill an enemy in like 2 turns is also very nice. In fact, I mean, this is a pretty biased example, but like, worked out pretty nicely. I still feel like ice is the best, but you know what? We made some mistakes. Let's go with a burning light, and we'll just toss that in on a 5. Well, we might as well try something new. I'm still gonna ignore nudge forever. I will never spend 2 dice to lower the value of a dice by 1, and it sure as heck isn't falling into a prepared slot, so... 3, 5, 2. Okay. 5 requires, it'll give us a minimum 4 options, so it's a little spiced. I think having it out there is nice, and then... I don't know, you're just hoping to roll 3 6s next turn. I mean, even the re-equip on that is not that good. I'm not owned. I'm not owned. So we should use our 5 here. Hello, Tomo. Welcome. We might get a little Cauldron out of this, you know? We can throw the 4, but I think you go with a 6 here. Became another 2. So 2, throw. Go ahead, use a dice, dummy. Welcome to die. Come on. Do you wanna come up and bless this Dicey Dungeons run? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe yes, maybe no. Yo, we should have taken a path that could give us HP. This is very dangerous. This guy's gotta go. And he has to go fast. That's not even meant to be a Sonic reference. Just things are scary. Please dodge. Okay, it's poison. At least we get a quick limit break, but we gotta avoid getting hit at all this turn. How are we gonna do that? You love a 6 here. That's just non-negotiable. I think you have to go Cauldron and then try to turn like maybe a 2 into something else. Became a 6. You can use... I think we got him! We got him! Ooh, ahoo. And I know you're like, but you had a 6 in reserve. You were pretty close. Were we, though? Because, and I actually think this is fine to be here. Because a 6 is 1 damage if you don't have anything to put it in. I still think these are just bad, brother. But I will say, Magic Key only taking evens is the real bummer. Because we don't really have a run that's set up for that, you know what I mean? If it took odds and split them, it couldn't split them evenly, obviously, without decimal points. But then we wouldn't be cannibalizing Magic Missile to make it work. So I think the freeze, or the burn is like, it's kind of our engine right now. I think it's very important. It's a direct damage dealer, which we don't have any. Although Magic Missile usually benefits from not having one, to be honest. Maximum 3, that's still pretty good. But I think you'd actually do Burning Light 6, Burning Light 3. I'm realizing far too late in my Dicey Dungeons life, having a direct damage dealer, really, I'm getting lost in the sauce on all these runs, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I'm always, oh, we should always get dice manipulation. You put the 1 into Cauldron, it comes back with a number that's greater than 4, and then you put that into this, and then what we really need is, hey, put dice into slot, and it does the exact amount of damage you want it to do. That's what we really should be looking for. No rotten apples. So Marshmallow, I mean, he doesn't get hurt as much by fire, but it's still, it's kind of beside the point. So you definitely like this, and I honestly think you just don't mess with it. It's pretty good damage for turn 1. He does still get it. That was still 2, right? Still got it for 2 on that one. He hurt us. It's not a surprise. Okay, you definitely want to probably go with the 1s. That's good. You can at least get that out there. Go with another Cauldron quick. Get a 2 out there. Became a 6. Honestly, I think you go with another 1. Put the 2 out there. Became another 6. It's okay. Should still have you next turn. Plus, you can't even use the 4. Oh, never mind. You can use the 4. I thought I had 2 burns. It's a yikesable first turn. Like, you did some serious damage to me on that one. Can't help but feel like you rolled very well. That's life. Definitely heal up. It's a very linear floor. Okay. Dude, to be honest, I got a new approach, okay? It's called Feast or Famine. Magic Spear, it costs 2 to get out. Then I don't feel wrong about this. I think you want Magic Spear in a prepared slot. And then, Terry, bless me. Terry? Thank you. Thank you, Terry. You've done an incredible service here. Okay. So here's we got plays. Don't sweat the plays. Okay? I know what you're thinking, okay? And I actually think you're right. Sacrifice 5 damage for 1 dice. If the fight goes for 2 more turns, I think that this pays for itself. Yeah, the shock. Oh, we're always gonna be shocked. Oh, dude, we're dead. We might not be dead. Okay. Put a 1 in here. Then, Hall of Mirrors, we don't need to unshock. I think you toss a 3 in here. It comes a 4. Okay. Give me a 5. Just put it over Hall of Mirrors. Hit you for 6 with some burn dice. Let's go. We're back, baby. We leveled up. I still think Duplicate is the better option, and it's definitely better than Infliction. Gold Cauldron, do 1 damage, get an even dice. Dude, honestly, I think that's better than Cauldron for us right now. It gives us way more opportunities to get 6s. I know now. I need a prepared slot for Duplicate now is what I'm thinking. Or maybe we could roll Magic Spear, Duplicate when we level up. And then we could have 20 damage turn 1. I think looking for those wombos is going to make all the difference. I think you want to get rid of your 5s first. It's very, very nice. Why would I want to get rid of our 5s first? Because the 2s... Wait, what was our... I forgot our other option. Wait, the 1 gives us Gold Cauldron. That's right. And Gold Cauldron allows us to get more dice. Or get even dice, if that's what we're looking for. I think we would like more... let's start with more 5s. And then you definitely want 10 damage. Then you would take a Burning Light. Probably still just put it on top of the Duplicate. Go ahead and hit this with 5 plus burn. Got him. Got him. Throw. I think we got something here. We have a huge feast-famine problem. You don't need me to tell you what it is. But in case you do, I will tell you what it is. If we don't roll natural 6s and Gold Cauldron doesn't pop off for us, we don't get to use Magic Spear. It creates a sincere issue for us. But apart from that, everything's pretty much hunky-dory right now. You could just buy the heals. I think we got something here. You get hurt by fire, and you open up the health path to us. So, if it was ever going to work on this video, this is definitely the one. Rolled a natural 6. It's a beautiful day. Okay. We want 5s. Now I'm looking, I'm like, there's no way to get them. There's just no way. So what the heck do you want to do? All we can really, I mean, I think you should make another Gold Cauldron. Then you got 2s and 4s. Okay, you can use your 2s to make more 4s, but like, it's worth doing once just so we have a Duplicate that's out there. But then like after that, this is pretty much useless. I guess if we got like 2 spears out of it, I wouldn't have been as upset, but 1-5 would have helped us out a lot there. Speaking of which, look who rolled all the dice that I wanted. Whatever. We get a bunch of 1s, we can get 1 damage out of them, turn them into evens. Okay. So we need our limit break. Just unfathomable. Dude, I don't know. I think we almost have to try some nonsense like this if we're gonna kill this guy. So first, step 1 is very simple. Don't die on this turn. Okay, he rolled 2 odds. That's pretty good. 7. No! Well, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. You know, I've said everything I need to say. See you next time. See ya.